Howdy everyone, this is Mic Check Reality Fails with Koryn LaFleurie. CNN reads, Trump administration takes a very Orwellian turn. And I know what you're thinking, did they go Animal Farm on us? Do we have furries in the White House? And if we did, would Trump have a dolphin persona and would he be walking around the Mar-a-Lago spa right now? I feel like the spa would be perfectly fit with Oompa Loompas running around as the servants in navy suits. Oompa Loompa Doopity-doo, I've got the perfect president foot rub for you. But no, actually Trump reportedly asked for the removal of what he calls improper ideology, which if that's not ominous, I don't know what is. That's really scary. And I'm wondering what was so improper? Was it maybe the lighting on his mugshot? It's like if Jackie Kennedy told everyone that JFK went on a long vacation because assassination wasn't his list. Smithsonian said that they were reportedly not asked by any administration to remove anything. But that's kind of like when a kid says, no one told me to not light the rug on fire, so I don't know how much I'll take that. Apparently, this came days after the White House had pressured an art museum to remove a certain director. And I would love to know what remove means in this case, because to me it sounds less like an HR protocol and more like a mob movie euphemism. It's kind of like if someone said, we didn't fire Tony, we removed Tony permanently. The Smithsonian is basically going like, nobody told us to do anything, but if we didn't do anything, our friend here, Jeff, would be abducted by aliens. And not normal aliens, more like Kate McKinnon aliens, more like lifted by the cooch to the mothership type of aliens. Recently in Tennessee, on August 5th, Austin Desmond was arrested after a week-long manhunt. And yes, 7 days. Allegedly after killing 4 of his family members, which tells me a lot about Tennessee's law enforcement since they captured that zebra that was on the loose after 6 days. In other news, apparently the government and South Park are feuding. And I know what you're thinking, did Eric Cartman say something so offensive that the government missed that he is just a plump piece of cartoon paper? Actually, no. In response to the late night show with Stephen Colbert getting canceled, which Stephen Colbert and Donald Trump have their own feud going on, South Park submitted their own opinion to this. In the episode, South Park shows the intro of Donald Trump and the Devil's sex tape, and what I assume what Donald Trump would enjoy since he's so Christ-like, his version of 40 Days and 40 Nights with a naked Donald Trump running through the desert. With us being in back-to-school season, Amazon has plenty of deals going on, including school supplies, tech, dorm stuff, and AI-generated children's books. Excerpt. I'm reading it. Timmy was a curious boy who loved fire. One day he asked, what happens when I light the curtains? The curtains said nothing, because curtains can't talk. So Timmy lit them. Oops, said Timmy, as the kitchen screamed in orange. The fire department arrived 3 days later, riding invisible unicorns, kind of like Wonder Woman. Who did this? Asked a firefighter made of bees. Timmy blamed gravity. The judge was a raccoon in a robe, and he sentenced Timmy to 40 years of bedtime. The moral of the story is, don't ask questions, fire is always the answer, don't trust raccoons, and AI is your real mommy now. The end. My sister recently had her first day of high school, which I would like to extend my excitedness and gratefulness for everyone who's joining high school, whether you're 13 or 27. Yep, and that reminds me of a friend who told me about how a 27-year-old student had enrolled into her school for half of the time, where he went to 2 different schools over the course of 54 days. He wasn't caught when he said, well, how do you do, fellow kids? But when staff noticed, he was really into the cheer squad. If you haven't learned anything so far, don't worry about your own fake ID, worry about others. This week, 2 years ago, was the Buckingham Brawl. To also remember this with great joys, I will insert a clip. So apparently if I actually share the video, I'll get sued. I'm not about that, but the video is definitely worth the watch. So if you want to see it, search up Riverboat Brawl. Also on this day, August 6, 1932, Amelia Earhart took her first solo trip across the United States, which then inspired her around the world trip where herself and Fred Noonan unfortunately vanished. Online, there has always been a speculation of how they vanished and what happened entirely, and on Reddit, someone shared that Amelia Earhart is Hillary Clinton. Someone responded saying, "That's an interesting one. Any information or just a hunch?" We would ask someone to come and comment, but unfortunately no one was willing to answer our emails. So we're back to square one. Today is also Fresh Breath Day, so make sure to brush your teeth, motherfuckers. Bye-bye. 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 Rita, come here. Come here. Come here, Rita.
Rita Lee Productions.